It took hours, but Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu got what he wanted. Lawmakers passed a law limiting the powers of the Attorney General to declare a Prime Minister unfit for duty. Under the new law, only a three-quarter majority vote can force a Prime Minister to demit office, and it can be only for mental or physical health reasons. Critics say the law was introduced to protect Netanyahu from the three corruption charges against him.
And it's worse than just going towards monarchy. I think it's a combination of a monarchy and theocracy. You have a party in this government that doesn't believe in the sovereignty of the Knesset. Actually, it's his freedom versus the freedom of the country.
Opposition lawmakers stoked the flames of dissent, causing nationwide protests against the judicial reform. In occupied East Jerusalem, protesters hung a huge Israeli flag and a replica of the country's Declaration of Independence on the old city's walls as part of the day of shutdown protests.
I'm hunger striking since Sunday morning, along with a group of people who are in favor of the reform and who are against the reform, who all see that we are at a moment of crisis. We are at a moment where it could rip apart, and we're hunger striking because we can't eat when we see what's going on.
The epicenter of the protests has been Tel Aviv. On Thursday, as it happened last week, protesters blocked the road and scuffled with the police, and some of them were arrested by the security forces. Among the protesters were members of the high-tech industry.
We're afraid that the changes that the governments want to see will leave us with no choice, and we will need to move away. Our employees are afraid, our investors are afraid, and we want to stay in Israel. We want to be here. We are patriots, but it will be very hard to have a successful high-tech scene with no democracy.
And it doesn't look as if there will be peace anytime soon. Protesters are determined to continue until the proposed judicial reform is stopped. But also Netanyahu's coalition is determined to get it done. And it is safe to assume, as Netanyahu advances his plan, more protesters will take to the streets. Mustafa Fatih Yavuz, Theatre World, West Jerusalem.